Good.
Top
So we're
one,
not
I guess
having.
I should-
Hey.
I changed it.
All right, we're live.
I changed it. Hey, the Eastern.
Hey, yeah,
Cool.
I just said we're live.
Oh.
Oh, hey.
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 Shh.
Where's
What did I just say before the? What did I just say before the stream? I hate you. Now I gotta edit this all out. All right. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to episode 7 of the Rapid Unsculptured Discussion podcast. My name's Seth from the Twitters and Space Coast Launch Ambassadors, and I'm here with Daryl. Say a quick bit.
Hey, my name's Daryl Sausse. Yeah, I'm just that guy. Everybody knows me. Bad jokes and screwing up pictures at launches. And with us tonight is
We have
hashtag
not Space
Jon
Coast
Van Horne.
Jon Van Horne, founder of Space Coast Launch, CEO of Space Coast Launch Ambassadors, co-founder of Go Space Launch, photographer, streamer, non lookalike of Space Coast Steve. John, thank you for having us. Thanks for coming with us.
Hey, thank you very much. I'm happy to be here, Seth. Thank you very much for the introduction. I hope introduction too much here for your intro.
It's okay. I can edit it out just fine.
We'll
Okay, all right. Yes, and I am also not Space Coast Steve. We do get mixed up lots here on the Space Coast. I've had people come up to me like they recognize me and be like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Who are you?" Like, I've never met you in my life before.
That must be really demoralizing for them. Like they think they're really good friends with Space Coast Steve and everything, and all of a sudden you get up and they don't know who you are.
Yeah.
It's okay. I've only had to introduce myself like 5 times to Chris G.
Yeah, so it's funny that comes into account because it's only when we wear hats. It's only when I don't wear a hat, it's like, oh, hey John, hey, how's it going, and stuff like that. But when I wear a baseball hat, nope, I'm like, it's my alter ego. Like, it's like Clark Kent and Superman. It's like, but it's like the real John VH and like Space Ghost Steve. So yeah, but yeah, that's me. I'm Jon Van Horne, and here at Rudd's episode number 7. Congratulations, guys, on making it to episode 7 so
Yeah.
far.
Well, thank you.
So
Thank you.
we officially made it to the point. If you want to binge watch all of our episodes, you can do it every episode. Oh, wait, never mind. We only have 6 up. Episode 2, we had some issues.
Episode 2 had some issues.
Well, I think it's on YouTube, but it's on a different channel, and it's not uploaded to any podcast site. So, but we should know it's whatever. So John we had an interesting weekend because we had CS20 on Friday night.
Yes.
It was a SpaceX birthday candle for me, and
Oh yeah! Happy birthday.
thank you, appreciate it.
happy birthday.
It's just another year.
Really glad you came.
I guess it was like one of the first birthdays where I was like, okay, cool, another year. All right, cool. Nothing special. I literally did nothing for my birthday. It's whatever. I don't really care. That's how I like it. And then we had Family Day for you, John.
Yes.
The day after. You also had the social day before the CRS20 as well, because you're a ninja and you know how to get into every social.
Me?
Well, you and Crystal know how to get in all of them.
No, that was actually we were not at the social. We are now happy to say that we've got accreditation with NASA for media.
Oh, nice!
Oh, congratulations.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Congrats.
So that was our first media event with Go Space Launch with NASA. So yeah, a lot of people were like, I mean, nobody knew we were going. We were like humble about it because, like, I mean, I know a lot of people like it and stuff, and people love to go to socials, and people love to go to media events and stuff. So we kind of kept it on the back burner, and we're just like we're like two giddy schoolgirls when we got the notification, of course, because it was a big thing. It was a big thing. It was like, it's something we kind of both were kind of working for, and because we both love. I love rockets. I love science. I love all the missions and everything that NASA does for Earth, not just for space, but everything on here and all the stuff that they send up. And of course, all the commercial companies that are now happening. It's just great. I miss the shuttle program a lot. That was a big. That's always that always hits me home. But when we moved back to Florida, it was she loves taking pictures. She loves doing photos. She's creative. She loves doing art, in graphic design. Same with me. But we've both had a passion in rocket launches and science and NASA in general. So what's that? The space program in general. So so we set out to. I was like, well, let's start like doing it off here, and let's see what happens, right? So we've just been consistent with Go Space Launch, and of course, SCLA has been a big deal as well. We passed out some stickers for SCLA at the media event too.
Nice.
So we gave we got some SCLA stickers out to some of the NASA folks. So they loved it because they're all geeks and nerds too. And they love stickers. So I handed out a couple of those out there. Got to see Moon Man because Moon Man was out on the social actually, and I told the girls that ran the social that he was the one that donated the first batch of stickers to SCLA too, so he got like some cred for that, of course. But it was so all in all, we were out there for the actual media event, and of course our work schedule now is evening shifts, so it's going to be priorities, life priorities first. We're not going to be able to go to every single one and stuff, but it was our first one, and we're happy, and we're happy to bring our perspective and our stories to the public, to everybody else. So that's to answer your question about CRS-20.
Nice.
Hence, we were able to get some awesome footage as well.
So are you gonna be coming out? What's the next launch out there right now? I think is it SciCon?
So Starlink,
Starlink.
5 is on the 14th. No, we haven't really heard anything back. That was actually through a I believe SpaceX. NASA wasn't Lily. Lily, calm down. That's Lily, by the way.
Lily and Crystal make it in slightly into the podcast.
Yeah, that's my half Shih Tzu, half Maltese, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, she's
Sorry, I'm a sucker for dogs. What can I say? And cats.
Yeah,
I'm animal friendly.
yeah, she's our little guardian. She barks at every single creak, knock, noise, car that you hear. So you might hear her a couple of times barking here and there on the stream. So.
Totally cool. She's got things to say.
Yeah, she does. She's got a lot of things to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, where were we?
CRS-20.
CRS.
So
Yes.
you guys were you had the media event. How was doing a media event for the first time? Well, it's not your first. This is your first time, not Crystal's first time.
It was our. Well, we've been out for other people. We were out for someone else as well before. But this was our first go get 'em gung ho, do our own kind of thing, not have to rely on okay, they want this or they want that. We went out for we helped out Barry Bonzak at the robotics competition in just west of Orlando. Ovidia?
Oh yeah, Ovida. Yeah,
Ovida?
yeah, something like that. I used to live out there. Those names are hard.
So we went out. Yeah, so we went out for the what was it? The six through 12. Yeah, it was sixth grade through 12th grade robotics competition championship actually. And that was one of so we've been kind of here and there through other people, and this was our first through our own media outlet, Go Space Launch, which was like awesome. It was just like, okay, I could just say, okay, Crystal, what do you want to do? She's like, well, I want to do like she was up in the air of exactly. You're always kind of up in the air about what you want to do, especially for the shot you want to get and stuff. And I was just basically focused on the first stream that for Go Space Launch at the press site, which was amazing. So they had the chance to. She actually had the chance to go up the to watch the launch on the VAB, but they were because of weather they didn't do it. But the thing was like they took them at like 10 o'clock. It was like 10:15. So they took them to go to the VAB, and they get there and they're like, yeah, due to like bad and windy weather, we may not be able to go up till about 11:15 or 11:30. Like technically 20 minutes until launch. And like her Ken Kramer and like Richard Angle were like, yeah, no, this isn't gonna happen. So they were like, yeah, we want to go back to the press site. So and then of course it came up to 11:15 and everybody was like, yeah, nope, we're not gonna be able to do it. So yeah, it was but it was windy. It was like the liftoff winds were great. We got to see Jim Williams from 45th Space Wing. He's an amazing guy.
Great guy.
Yeah, and he kind of gave us the old hint that we would be that the winds are they're rough. They were rough winds, but they were consistent, and because they were consistent, they were able to do launch. Right?
Yeah, that's right. Because you could,
was like,
you could just it's not gonna happen. Because you could just steer right into the wind.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you know where the wind is. The issue is when like winds are going opposite directions or they're gusting. You can't. That's a whole lot of control. And stuff.
Yeah. They were very consistent over the past like almost hour and a half, 2 hours, and he was like knock on wood, we're probably going to see a launch tonight because the winds are fine because they're consistent. So
nice.
So that's why we're
interesting.
Yeah.
Because I was out on I managed to get the very end of Jetty Pier, and surprisingly, I follow so many other launch photographers out there. Nobody else was there. Like I was the only one. Like I started thinking to myself at one point, did I make a mistake or something? Like I'm trying to catch the landing because I've never caught a landing yet. I've got plenty of launches, a bunch of great Starlinks and things like that. Not just Starlinks, but other stuff too. But I don't have anything of landing, so that's why I'm like, let me get Jetty Pier, very end. I never caught a landing, and this was more practice for Southcom, but you know, I just needed to get as close as possible, and I figured the end of the pier was the best spot. Nobody else was there. Like, did nobody care?
For landing, I think the best spot is the beach, actually, not the end of Jetty. Did you actually get to see the landing? Like,
you don't see it touchdown because there's like a berm, a levee on the other side of the water, and
it's way bigger than a levee, bro. It's huge. If you look on Google Maps, that thing's massive.
I can tell. And I wasn't really worried about the actual touchdown part, but I wanted to get it like right before it lands. Mm-hmm. And I guess this rolls into my experience for the whole thing. I had 5 things set up. 1, 2, 3 for video. 1 with that hydrogen alpha filter I've been goofing around with. 2 stills, a streak, and the normal stills. And I came away with nothing. I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
Now, I threw a tweet out there. The only thing that was kind of worth sharing was I was taking video with the hydrogen alpha filter, which for those who don't know, it helps you see stuff more in the infrared. It's a filter that clips into the body of your DSLR, and you catch stuff in this spectrum. And the idea is, you can leave it as is, or you use it to enhance other natural color photos of any astrophotography stuff you're taking. But you know, my curious butt decided, what else can I do with this? So I've been trying to do it at launches. I did a daytime streak with it, And with a little tweaking, it can be really cool. But I said, let's see what the video does with it for the hell of it. And it's blurry, it's really distant, but it's still really cool to see. So if anybody's curious to see the little snippet that I put up of that, just check it out on Twitter at Sausse Images. Just scroll back through a couple of tweets and you'll see it. But yeah, I came away with nothing for that. Even the audio on my videos was just blown out. I had a microphone with a windscreen on and anything. I'm sorry, and everything, and it was just blown out.
I mean, I've never had that.
rough,
I haven't
man.
had the issue where I've come across nothing, but there's definitely those days where it's just like, yeah, just nothing.
Oh, and I started my streak like 2 minutes late because I was busy dinking around with a bunch of other stuff. No, I got a great entry burn and landing, but when I looked at it, yeah, it was still out of focus. I thought I had it focused on the land. Nope, out of focus.
Oh no.
But the big concerning thing was the fact that my monster lens setup, because I like up close and personal pictures personally. I just want to get up close and personal while this thing's in flight. So I have a 150 to 600 millimeter lens. I got a good technique because instead of looking through the viewfinder, having to squat down for the whole 8 minutes trying to track it, I watched it on the screen. Because with mirrorless cameras, what you see on the screen is the same thing you see in the viewfinder because they're both digital screens. And I was able to track it really smooth all the way down. I got a lot of out of focus pictures. For some reason, that thing could not find a spot to focus. Like it wasn't because it was just too exposed and blown out or anything like that. I don't believe that was the issue. It just, I go through the entire range of focus, could not focus for some reason. So I'm wondering if I have a bad lens. I'm going to have it checked out, but the only thing I came away with was that one little snippet video and a new technique for tracking that landing for SOUCOM, because that's my goal. That's what this.
Did you see? Maybe you might have had any like fog on it or anything like that. Any like condensation on the lens? Because I mean, it's getting to that point of the season of the year in Florida that it's going to start getting nice and humid.
It is. I actually looked at it afterwards, and there was no condensation on it. No condensation on anything.
Yeah, true.
Even last night when I went out and got some moon shots for about an hour and a half, I looked at it at the end. No condensation on the objective lens itself, but there was a little bit on the hood and maybe a little bit on the body of the lens, but nothing on the objective lens. But I do have a heater for that now, so
I even
that's
get a heater.
that's
John, how was your viewing for CRX-20?
That was almost a last minute decision on my part too, because I went up to they roped for the social media, which is for the social that NASA was having. They did rope off the stands by the press site for them, which is understandable because they don't get that opportunity that much or whatever. So, which is fine because there's plenty of spots that you can still get from the press site. So where I went was where the Pegasus usually docks. I went by the water, right across the way, just to the south side of the Pegasus. We're because you're allowed to go anywhere up in the press site. Up to the end of the parking lot. So I went to the very, very corner. I was there. Ken Kramer was there. Richard was there. Crystal eventually came back down from the VAB, of course, with the two guys. That was my like. I was thinking to get. Oh my gosh, your camera problems. I understand because my GoPro didn't get squat.
Oh.
Yes.
You have bad luck with that GoPro.
Well, no, this was the second time in a row that I've actually remembered to actually hit record. The last 3 launches, I kept forgetting to hit record on the damn GoPro, so I didn't get squat.
I have my GoPro.
Like, oh my god!
I've done 3 launches with my 3 launches with my GoPro. 2 launches with my GoPro, and the first time was IFA. I didn't hit record until like it was probably maybe like T plus 20 seconds. The for Solar Orbiter, it was like T plus 35, T plus 40 something. Like it was at that point I hit record, but there's no point. You hitting record at this point.
And of course, I'm thinking, you know what? I want to try something different with the GoPro. I was thinking, okay, you know what? Let's just get full vid. Let's get a full wide angle video of the entire rocket with the burn back and everything, but my stupid bum, my stupid ass.
You can say that on this show.
Yes,
It's
Yeah,
cool.
we allow
It's
your swearing
not
is
kid
allowed.
friendly, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, we have chat.
So I was like, you know what? I want to go with I want to have auto low light setting, and it doesn't allow me to do auto low light setting at 4K at 30 frames a second. So I'm like, all right, what's the next best thing? 2.7K. This is my first time ever setting up the camera for 2.7K at 60 frames per second. I'm just like, okay, perfect. So I set it up on my tripod right next to the water. I'm like, okay, great. I got a reflection in there. I've got it framed, everything. Because I switched it over to photo to see my framing and take like a 10-second exposure and see my framing of it. Little did I know, if you switch back to 2.7K wide, it's not the same as 12 megapixel photo wide. So there's no liftoff. The rocket goes out of frame at the top. It's all blurry. It's all pixel. Like it was horrible. I was thinking of just doing a quick clip of saving it, and I'm like, no, it's not even worth it because it's all like it just looks like a firefly, like kind of just floating across the screen. Like that's all it looks like. Like so I was a little bummed about that because I had this really nice shot. For the stream, I was going to set up a little bit to the south of where I was because there was this nice little there's this nice break, 2-section breaks in the bushes by the water where you actually see the launch pad and you see where the landing's going to be, but it's like split in between, so it kind of frames both. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so you got on the, so you'd have like kind of on a little bit center left, you'd have the rocket launch, and then center right, you would have the landing, which was like nice. Then I changed that. GoPro, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it here with Lake. It'll be nice for the stream. Everybody can get a little perspective of like how far we are, or where we are from the site, and it turned out great. I mean, I did on my stream, the best quality I can get currently is 480p at 30 frames per second. But I was able to get the nebula. I was able to get all of that. You know, I had a couple of in and out of focus points, but you're expected to kind of get that on video a little bit, especially with the automatic focus.
Yeah.
So, and it's iPhone X too that I'm streaming on. So
yeah, that's what I stream on too. So, well, it might be changing hopefully for next launch. I might be upping my game a little bit. But nah, not much. No, let's take that bar way low, bro. That lower that bar you just put up there. It's still gonna be potato quality.
So I think I'm gonna try. Hopefully for Starlink 5 here, I'm gonna try the 720 at 30 frames. I need to work out some kinks in the settings for the LTE network because I could stream it on Wi-Fi, no problem, but I do have a little, I think it's audio that runs into some problems when doing that. So yeah, so that's where I was for CRS-20s.
So for media, how much what free range, what range do you have? Do you mean you don't have completely free range, but where can you all go for photos during launch?
Okay, so on your screen, there you go. Can you zoom in to the press site? Yeah, right there.
That's right here.
Okay, good. Now. Okay, so that's the part.
This is the actual press site right here because you see the clock right there.
Yes, that's right. So there's the clock. So from the very tip, basically, is the stand to the right, all the way. Nope, you keep going down. Right.
It's no, it's by that where the road is kind of. Yeah, the road ish.
That's the station.
No,
that's not.
No, keep.
I've seen it. I know what you're talking about. I've seen it.
Scroll down. Stop.
Okay.
Scroll right. Stop.
Okay.
See the point?
This point.
Yes.
Oh.
Now the stands are right by that bush to the left. So the stands are right there.
Oh, this is an out-of-date picture. That's what it is.
Wait, are you sure that?
Yes.
I thought they had stands. I mean, I was there not that long ago.
Yeah, they've got that. They've cleared that. That's all cleared now. So and that's where the social was. Okay.
Oh, okay. Good.
So you have free reign to go anywhere in that area. Now, if you go in the parking lot,
Mhm.
that's the big, yeah, you have all of that area to go to too.
Now, you said you were up by the Pegasus barge dock,
I
right?
was right at the corner of the parking lot on the northeast corner.
So
right
you were
there.
right around here.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's exactly where I was.
So you have all that,
Okay.
and then they have special opportunities for every so often, like VAB or whatnot. So
You know what? I've heard word that because they did the clearing of all the whatchamacallit, they did the dry cut clearing of the trees and everything, so you can see 40, you can see 41, you can see you can almost see 37, and then you see, of course, 39A and 39B, but those are north.
yeah.
Due to that reason, they feel that apparently this is going to be the only spot that press can go to from now on.
Oh, so no
Really?
more
'Cause-
ITL.
Apparently not. We're
ITL's
still-
great. I love ITL.
I know.
I heard that was
I know.
only for daytime stuff due to wildlife issues.
Oh no, we were out there during the middle of the night.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, for AHF5. That's where we were.
For
I mean,
AHF5, yeah,
early
we're out there
morning.
doing IT.
You're always going to struggle with that, aren't you, Seth?
But
Yep.
this is don't quote me on this. This is just a rumor, is what I've heard from various sources, that press will only be allowed to go to this spot now because they've done that clearing.
Makes sense.
Wow.
I mean, you can get pretty well with that, and it kind of sucks
Um,
for like 37 because 30 if you can't really see 37 that well. Oh no, well, okay, well, the 37 will only be an issue for another couple more years, so that's
Well,
but
that's why my butt will still be going to the gantry.
Yeah. So, no, I mean, this spot is it's a great spot. You will never be able to get a landing, especially on LZ1. You will be able to get the landings on 39A though.
I mean,
Oh, that's
I pulled back out to show. I mean, look at that proximity to 39A. You see the gantry right there where I frequently. You see these different pads, boom, boom, and boom right there. Sorry, it looked a little different from the other ones, but I mean, I get them all in frame. You can really. There's a good line of sight for all three of them. Those are the three that are always in use right now. Now coming back a little further, what you were saying. That's the LZ right there, and I mean that distance. Taking pictures in that Florida haze through that distance. I mean, the closer you can get, the better, and that's why I wanted Jetty Pier, which was right down here where this wording is at for the
You're a
cruise.
lot closer.
That's why I wanted that. That's what I was.
weirdly
working on.
enough, though, you do kind of want the beach. I think I believe you do want the
could see
beach
that.
roll landings.
I almost did.
Yeah.
Almost did.
That's where I'll be. I actually changed my mind. I'll be there for SciComm. Is that the
I just didn't want the sand near all my gear because man.
Oh, I'm so used to it.
Look, 4 cameras. You know, it's all of my camera bodies that I have. All of my high quality lenses, all my crap lenses. Yeah, they still travel with me for whatever dumb reason. I always say to myself, "Oh, I might get out and play around with X, Y, and Z." Nope, never do. But I still am. I always overpack. But I mean, that much gear. I'm like, I really don't want sand around this stuff. I was nervous enough taking on that boat for IFA.
And you know,
I think you and Seth should have an overpacking competition one day or something like that.
yeah, dude, I brought a
challenge accepted.
Bro, I brought a freaking hard drive and an extension cord to the social.
Every cord known to man.
If you needed, even if you had like the old 8-pin like iPhone, iPad charger, I had that for you, bro.
Oh, challenge accepted.
I think I have seen.
Next time Seth and I end up at the next launch, whether we're both in a social or we're both just out there photographing, whatever, we're gonna get together and we're gonna do a video, a special episode or whatever, and we're just gonna unpack everything we brought and see how long it takes. I will.
Daryl, I'll be honest. Daryl would win because I remember at STP2 standing there and I'm like with my 2 cameras set up, and Daryl yells to me like, "Do you want a third camera?" Sure.
That's
Here's a 5D Mark IV he's not using. Just hand it right to me.
I use it now.
okay.
I use it now. The astrophotography filters I bought, a CCD and a hydrogen alpha. I bought the clip-in filters that fit in a 5D Mark II. So I use it now. But back then, yeah, for STP2, I wasn't using it.
So I never bring camera equipment that I don't use. I usually use everything I bring. He brings camera equipment he doesn't use, and he knows he's not going to use, but he brings it anyways.
Might use.
Like
there's always that mic.
Yeah, he has a tilt shift.
Tilt shift.
A tilt shift one, and yeah, maybe he might use it for a streak. I don't know.
Maybe I might find some kind of like I said, look. I'm traveling and I build a lot of excess time, so I'm not like falling asleep while I'm driving because I've done the there and back kind of trips. It's miserable,
horrible.
So I try not to do that stuff, especially with a 10-hour drive on each side of a launch. I quit doing that, so I'm like I'm gonna have some extra time. Let me bring whatever in case I want to play around. Never do, even though I should. So. I'm a good Boy Scout. Be prepared. That's how it
goes. And then I guess we could go. Let's go right into the family day because you went also in the family day with. I'm not sure how much. How much can you? Is there much you can actually talk about family day or?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I can absolutely talk about family day. It's family day. They were like more than that. I mean, they had a guideline thing and stuff that says what you can and can't take pictures of. Speaking of which, there are a few people that have pictures up that they shouldn't have taken, but
not surprised. Always happens. Always happens.
Let's not. Well, I won't go there right now, but I just wanted to quickly mention that.
Call them out.
Because hey, look, because it only takes one person to ruin it for everyone, right?
Yep.
Like, that's all it takes. That's why there's certain things you can't do on KSC anymore. That's why there's certain things you can't do at the Cape anymore. That's why they don't have public viewings on site anymore. It's just it's all it takes is just one person. So family day was awesome actually. Before we got into that, if you wanted to switch over to my screen.
Let me know. Are you sharing?
Yeah. Hold on. Share screen. Should have it on there.
Hey, there we go.
This is what. This is the. Hold on. Okay, let me show you.
That's one dark picture you got there, bro.
Yes. No. Okay. So here, this is the frame that I set up. Okay. This is what I framed for CRS 20.
Gotcha.
Okay, not bad. The pad's right there, bottom right. The landing was gonna happen just past that brush, right? Mm-hmm. So here is when I lined up, and this is the video. There's gonna be a little bit of sound. Just fast forward it.
Oh, we're always cool with the sound.
Yes, of course. So, and this is what I got on the GoPro.
That's slow-mo or real speed?
No, that's real time.
Wow.
That's real time. So you can hear the wind. Let me just now you can hear the sound. You'll hear it in a moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you see the difference in the framing that I wanted to give an example. So this is for anybody that's watching. Want to set up a GoPro for a launch, don't trust the photo to the video framing whatsoever. Okay, set it up, get your GoPro app or get something to line it up in that. I wasn't going back and forth with my Bluetooth setup for that because it's the screen, and that's why I set it up with the photo instead. That was my mistake. So that's what I got for my GoPro, and I'm not really happy about it. So anyway, so that's that. Okay, family day. Family day was awesome. Family day was really, really cool. I've got they have a layout. They have signs set up. That's basically
I love that picture.
This NC.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Star Trek Nerds Unite. I love that picture.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Where is it here? So family day. Well, of course, the first place we went to, where is
Now,
this?
did you guys all
Mind my memes.
did you guys all go
Yes.
like in one big group and they had it all scheduled? Or did you kind of get free range?
No, it's free reign.
So Julia
you
took you
go-
everywhere.
They give you a map at the start. They give you a map of where you can and cannot go.
Okay.
And our first stop, of course, was the ASOC.
Oh, I love ASOC.
Which was awesome. So we were there to go see, of course, the two Atlas V first stage boosters. The one to the left is for AFSP PC7, and the one to the right is for that one is already paid for and ready for crewed flight test Starliner. So that
Hashtag if it happens.
hashtag if it happens.
Hashtag OFT2.
But that's the one that's supposed to be going up for Starliner. That's the one that Boeing / NASA / I don't know. They leased it out. That's theirs.
Oh wow, they labeled them too. You could see it on the
they labeled them.
scene tape.
Yeah, they don't want to mix up their boosters, you know.
Oh yeah.
That would be tragic if your boosters got mixed up.
I know your identical boosters. Oh, heaven forbid.
Yes. Well, they are. So the thing is also Tori did mention on a social that we were at. You were there too. Wait, who was there?
I think talking about AEHF5. AEHF5.
No, the other one. Oh my gosh, what was it for? It was for Solar Orbiter.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, when you got a personal tour of the ASOC by Tori Bruno.
We got the personal tour of the ASOC by Tori Bruno.
Yeah.
So what companies do is, or NASA does, or whatever, is that they say, okay, we want that booster to be for this mission. We want that booster to be for this mission, or whatever. So that's what they do, and they will hold it until that mission is successful. It will not be used for anything else. So they won't be like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and use that one, and we'll just make another one for them, right? But if they want to change the mission profile for that booster, the contractor is allowed to do that. Because he did say, quote unquote, oh, whatever they want to do with it. So, but it's theirs. They've paid for it.
Gotcha.
And then right next to them, of course, are the two upper stage Centaur boosters, which were awesome to see. Now, they weren't specific on which was which for those two, but
wouldn't the dual one be for
the dual one is for CFT. CFT.
Yeah.
The single one is not human rated, right?
Yep.
The dual one is human rated.
Well,
and I think the one to the right was the dual one.
Oh, because they probably had the engines to the back. That's probably why.
Yes, the engines.
Yeah, because I don't think you're allowed to take pictures of those engines.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Apparently, you could take. Yeah, no, you can't take pictures of either engines. Not even the RD-180s, right?
Can't take any pictures of.
Oh, ITAR.
Yeah.
Always get in our way.
Yep.
And then our second stop was for the Delta for pad 37. So that's
my love.
me, Julia.
The pad's
Crystal,
my love.
Yes, the pad. Yes. And Alter Jamie Grohl, 5th grade teacher from, I wanted to say West Palm Beach.
That sounds about
Fort Lauderdale.
Right. Yeah,
yes.
that's where I'm at. So that's a problem.
Yes.
I'm not sure where, but that's where I'm at.
So we were able to go, and that was taken on my iPhone. So that's how close we were. I think that was two. That should be. No, that's just one time zoom.
That looks about you're probably a mile and a half out.
Not even.
Not even.
No, not even. Like literally, you could take. I could walk over there and be there in like 5 minutes. Not even.
Jeez. And you said they just let y'all just drive around to these different locations?
They have now how the family day worked out was that they had the signage all set up with green arrows and pointing on where you can go or where to go. They had do not enter signs at places that you do not go to or whatever, because Julia did make one or two wrong turns. But she did do a U-turn and obeyed.
You would think she would have that base, known at the back of her hand.
Well, she kept wanting to take us to a she kept wanting to take us somewhere, and she didn't, because she couldn't. It was one of the hangars or whatever, but she never did. But she kept taking that turn mistakenly, because she's excited too, right? So, but we made U-turns, and we went on the proper routes. We did. So that was our second stop, of course, to there. And what they also have is every so often there were actual Navy. Was it Navy? Space Wing, Command Space.
Air Force.
Air Force. Sorry. So there were Air Force guards stationed at certain posts, so they would guide you, like if there was parking to where to park or where to go. If they some of them were on corners saying like, yeah, no, go this way or whatever. So it was very organized. It was organized. As far as we saw, I don't know. I know being in the middle of organizing something, it's all chaotic. So, but from what I saw, it was very organized. And then, of course, we got to go see B1021, which was the first Falcon 9 to first successfully be reused, and also first successful landing on, of course, I Still Love You. So
I'm surprised they still have that there. I was surprised when I saw that they still have that booster there.
I think they're trying to get that into the museum.
Into
the on-site museum.
Oh.
And rumor is that the new museum director, which was a director of, I believe, the Ronald Reagan Library. He's the new guy here for Sands, or for the 45th museum half part. I hear that he wants to get. They're doing a donation thing where you donate money and you buy a brick and you get your name put on a brick, and the brick wall is going up I can't remember where. Julia would know that, and I can't remember where. Do you remember where it was?
Oh, I talked about it because I said I wants to do
Sands.
something with that. So yeah.
Oh, so it's the museum off the base, right? That's the one you're talking about?
Yeah. So okay. So there's Sands, which is off base, and that's where this brick wall is going to go to. And this is also, they want to eventually do a big fundraiser where they can build one big museum, take all those old school stuff, everything else off base, and put it for the public or whatever.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny. I've been seeing this going on. I've been seeing the one in Houston, which we're probably going to talk about in a minute. And I'll say it. I think Julia was involved in a tweet thread somewhere, but I ended up chiming in and saying, you know what? The Falcon Heavy demo boosters, obviously, they're older versions of the. You know, somebody was saying, oh, they should send one of those here, send one of those there. I'm like, no, don't split those up. They should go somewhere as a equipment, see, like on either side of the entrance or something like that. Like, don't split up that pair.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, don't split them up.
Yeah. They need to go somewhere as a pair.
It would be awesome. They could be in the Rocket Garden. Though I do like that Sands is kind of getting there.
I think the Rocket Garden is specific, though. The Rocket Garden is specific to old school original spaceflight type of stuff, but in close proximity to that, for sure.
I think they could throw
they're
the new
getting
stuff
it
in
Delta 2.
Yep, they're getting the Delta 2.
Yeah.
I like
Delta
though
2
that Sands is like kind of competing a little bit with KSC. Like they're kind of doing, because they have a hangar now on base that they renovated to put all these, to store a whole bunch of stuff. They're opening that up, I believe.
Yeah, they got the Matador in there. They got the original Atlas in there. They got the Aegina in there. They got.
I would love to see that. And then they also have the lighthouse, which they've built up like stuff there.
Yeah, but they're also trying to find, from what Crystal was saying, and what she was told when she was doing her internship for Lockheed Martin, their externship, I should say. Sorry. They are looking for original furniture and old stuff from the time that was built, because it has rooms in it. The lighthouse, like you go up it, and there's living quarters.
Yep.
In the lighthouse, in that circle, right? So they're even do not renovations. They're doing, I guess, revivations. I mean, they're just trying to get to the original kind of stature of what the lighthouse was.
Restoration.
Restoration. Thank you. Yeah, so there are some more pictures if you still have me up there.
Yep.
Yes.
So, and this Falcon 9, I was looking up the number on the rocket of the designation of it on this. They didn't start doing that later. Actually.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have thought they just got worn off, because that's as I like to call it, that's a really spicy booster right there.
Yeah.
I would love to know when they started doing that and when we started realizing they did that, because it wasn't that long ago we started realizing they did that. And there was probably some guy at SpaceX who painted those on, and he's like, why are these people not just looking at the booster for what booster number it is? I have written it on the booster for you, and no one's noticing. And then we finally noticed. He's like, finally!
There it is. There it is.
Do you not see what I've done?
It's been months. I've been doing this for almost a year.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
That's what this is what the security guard guy told me at this booster Falcon 9 showing. I asked him, I said, "Oh, are they boosters?" He's like, "No, they weren't doing that just yet." So that's what he says. I don't know what kind of accreditation he has, but that's what he said. But if you also see I took this picture here, and you can see the leg, I guess extraction, the leg extraction system, or extraction. So where they would fold out. But look at the size of these fold out. Like, they don't have those anymore on the boosters. Where the legs go, if you see their little inset.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh yeah.
Those are almost jutting out like a foot.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't realize that, like, the leg of a Falcon 9 is about the same size as an Electron.
Gee.
Actually, the leg is longer. The leg is larger than the Electron.
I've never heard that before. Did they have any legs close by for comparison?
No, they didn't.
Oh, that's a shame.
I don't have any of the legs, unfortunately. So
I guess that's something proprietary.
Yeah.
I was
or
looking
ITAR.
I was looking for them,
but and then you put that realization with Astra, that the Astra rocket is like half the size of a maybe it's not half, maybe like 2/3 the size of an Electron.
Damn.
I know, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing how far technology has come. You know, next year I'll be able to put a beer bottle in orbit. Hey. Yeah.
I'm pretty certain on those numbers. Maybe I'm a little around an Astra, but like I think the
17. Yeah, it's 17 meters in height.
The Electron.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the foot's like 18 meters. The leg, I think it's 18 meters.
I don't know what that is. I don't know. I wouldn't know where to find that quickly.
Speaking of Electron, there's just for the news and whatnot, there is an Electron Virginia right at Wallops.
Yes, there is.
We don't confusing when it came out
Yeah.
a couple of days ago. I saw the tweet come out. Holy crap! At the end of this month, I'm not ready.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get staff
on
under my belt. But no, it that's just there undergoing all of its checkouts, test fittings, and things like that. Electron is launching from New Zealand at the end of the month. So just for anybody who was confused, me.
Yeah, I saw that tweet today, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to make a trip to Virginia in like 2 weeks.
I know. Idiot me. I'm driving along and I see the tweet. I'm trying to speed read over it, so I skip a few words. I'm like, oh, shit. But no, false alarm. False alarm.
Yeah, so I'm looking for that because I think, yeah, you want to go, I want to go. The guys on Press for Flight want to go.
Oh, I'd love to go.
John,
to,
you want to go?
Oh, the count tells no.
Yeah, that is valid.
Moon space.
Yeah.
That's what it'll turn into.
Well, you guys need to get the station wagon then.
Yes, let's rent a station wagon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, all right, let's bang out.
We need to find.
Go
We
ahead.
need to find somebody who has a Model X and convince them to paint it like the station wagon, and then do a group road trip up there.
It would have to be a rap because no one would like allow you to do that. But yes, that would be.
Well,
great.
yeah, somebody do a rap. But yeah, National Lampoon's Rocket Launch Vacation. There you go.
All right, yeah. So we got. Let's go over some news that we got over the past week. Just we're actually almost at an hour here, which we'll probably go over a little bit this time. This week. Which is fine.
That's cool. John's here. It's a party.
I have a lot to say.
Awesome.
We officially have a name for Mars 2020. It is no longer just Mars 2020. You want a drum roll? John, can you give me a drum roll? Daryl, drum roll. And the name, you guys all know it by now, it's Perseverance. Anyone listening to this probably already knows the name. It's Perseverance. Or AKA Percy. I like Percy. Imagine that. A lot of people.
The whole community agreed on that in about 5 minutes.
Yes.
It was less than 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I think it was like the second tweet, AKA Percy, probably.
So
yeah.
So I did some research on Perseverance and Percy name, and so this would make this a male robot. Throughout the times, Percy was more used as male than female.
I guess I could agree with that. That makes sense.
It is, however, been more named around a unisex name lately, so it could be other as well. But from original findings and stuff like that, Perseverance is a male gender.
Huh. I mean, have we? I've never thought about like what gender do we refer to as rovers? We usually don't refer to them as a gender. I guess maybe we mostly. I guess what are we in pronouns? What pronouns do we use for opportunity when they I just said he,
Oppie.
but like
Oppie.
we said oppie, we said opportunity, but did we ever use pronouns?
Opie.
I don't know.
I mean, I think it.
Well, opportunity would have been male or female.
I don't know. I don't think there's really. I don't remember we ever used pronouns for any rover.
I think you usually default back to the old sailing tradition of referring to him as she or her.
Yeah.
Because of the old adage of you treat her like a lady, she'll always bring you home. Thank you, Mr. Scott from Star Trek.
Yes.
For that one. That's where I learned it from. But
yeah, that's where I learned it from too.
That is a real thing.
Well, I actually learned it from my dad.
That was Bones. That was Bones, by the way, in Star Trek Next Generation.
That was. You're right. You're right. I forgot about that one, but it was from TNG. It was from TNG.
But I want to know if they're not ships though. They're kind of vehicles. But I guess you can refer to her as a she. But I guess I would. All
right, we're talking.
We're getting way too into it. We're getting way too
into it. Sorry, I opened the can of worms.
You did. It's an interesting thought experiment, but maybe for another day. I'm not sober enough for this.
I've had 2 drinks heavily in vodka. Let's not do this. All right.
Oh yeah.
On to the next thing with Mars. We have all Mars stuff going on.
Oh. Wait. Extra meme of the week. And I swear I did not see this already. You're missing out, and I don't know why. But if you want to share my screen and throw this up, John Krause coming through with another zinger.
A spicy meme.
a really hard zinger talking about SLS being called Perseverance. I'm like, whoo.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, it's holding out. It's holding out for a while.
mean, come on. If you didn't laugh at that, something's wrong with you.
I died when I saw
I
it.
know.
Put that
I
out.
know. He comes out with a lot of good zingers. So,
Mhm.
you know, when he's finally old enough to drink, maybe we should have him on. Who knows?
Yes.
Maybe one day.
We should actually. That's something I never thought about. Oh, we probably should make sure all our guests are 21 and up. I never thought about one because I would just have John Krause on without
Is
even
that what
thinking
it
about
is
it.
now? Well, okay, so you can be 18 to join the military, but you got to be 21 for everything else.
It's an
21 drinks and
age-old
stuff.
discussion, bro.
That's
As an
Hey,
age-old
you're-
argument.
18 to kill someone.
See, I worked at when I worked at a
Have
bar in
gun
Wisconsin.
and go out and do war.
No, I don't work there anymore. The bar's closed, but so I can say this is fine. If someone came in and we knew they were military, and we thought they were under 21, we did not check their IDs. We just let them write it.
Oh.
Like we didn't care at all. Like no one's going
It
to.
wasn't even a question.
Especially the cops aren't going to arrest a soldier for underage drinking. Like they're just not going to. Yeah. I mean, at least I can speak for those cops in my city, but yeah.
No, I've come across those kinds of places too. They just don't give a damn. Hey,
It's like,
cool.
oh, he had a good fake. Oh, darn. We didn't. I was kind of like, oh, we did our math wrong. Oops.
Oh man, shot.
So,
anyway, I digress. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Seth.
So with I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't think I'm sharing my screen anymore.
Out of YouTube.
So Sharon. Yes.
Go ahead and set it up.
Yes. They have started pushing. They're at their last resort. This is their for Insight, their last resort to get the mole working. Pretty much, it's just what every child would love to do with something that doesn't work. Just hit it. Just
hit it.
This
Just-
is Martian whack-a-mole right here.
Yeah.
So what is it doing? What is it doing?
So you know the thing about the mole on Insight, right? How it's not working.
Yes.
Yeah. So it can't go down, and so they've tried everything that they've had planned. They've put pressure on the side. They've tried I don't know what else they've tried doing. They've tried a whole bunch of digging stuff. I don't know. They've gotten to the point where they don't know how to get this thing to go into the ground, so they're just gonna start pushing it with the arm.
Well, wait,
Huh.
it's stuck. They can't even back it out.
Yeah, they can't back it out. Well, yeah, I don't think there's a way to actually back it out either.
Yeah,
I don't think they have them in
like
to grab.
This is like one of those Apollo situations. I forget exactly which number where they got a drill bit stuck in the ground. They were trying to get it out, and
Yeah.
they had to come back.
I wonder if they tried. I mean, okay, they had. Stupid me, probably. They thought about this probably first. I wonder, did they try pushing it on the other side of the mold, like the mold that it's angled? Did they try pushing the part that's angled to straighten it out, and then try digging? I'm not sure. I don't remember if they tried that or not. Anyone?
No, that's a good question.
Yeah,
So,
I don't remember.
But let me just get this straight. So what they're trying to do is they're over right now with its arm.
They're pushing the mold, the little drill.
The mole. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're pushing the mold
Gotcha.
down with because Insight's a lander, not a rover.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, it's the last resort, like any child would do.
You know what NASA needs to do? They need to invest, or a commercial company needs to invest in a safety / inspector rover to go check out all the rovers.
Oh, have
With,
but you know how long that would take to move though? That would be
What's that?
huge. That would be a huge lander if you want to get there in time.
Well,
that-
no. I mean for future, before we send humans, if we want, if we want to know, okay, why is this stuck? Why is this not working? We don't have? There's some things that we just can't visually see, so we get which ones are having the most problems, and you get a rover or a lander or something, or shoot, even a drone. That would be pretty freaking cool, so it could fly places.
A drone that brings the
to-
lander
to-
with you.
to,
Rover with you.
to inspect these the rovers, the robots or whatever. To be like, okay, so we've got a whole bunch of grit and stuff that happened in this area which we didn't see and stuff. Just something that they can get a more visual look on the actual robot itself, right?
Well, it looks
I don't know.
they have a pretty good clear view of what's going on. Well, not really a clear view. They have to know what's going on under the ground, and they don't know. I think that's the thing. they don't know what's happening. Like they don't know why it's stuck, but because they have to see underground, they can't see that. So I have a feeling the next thing, if this doesn't work, I have a feeling they're going to start digging to see what's up, and just start digging the ground and see if they find anything. That's got to be their only next step. They got a shovel.
I thought you said it was like a last resort. Like they're gonna have to abandon this bit.
Yeah, they're gonna have to just abandon the mission and just if like this is what it is. Like it's done.
It's a glorified drill bit. That's what it is. It's a glorified drill bit that's supposed to pull up a sample and do all sciencey stuff with it.
I don't think it pulls up a sample. I think it just goes down. It doesn't go back up. Like that's the reason why I don't think they can pull it out is there's no way to have it go up. It just goes down. And then it does. I don't know what it does. It has sensors in it. So
don't you like reverse the? I got a drill in the garage. I can grab it.
No, it's not that kind. I don't think it's that type of drill bit. It's an impactor. It's an impactor.
Yeah, I got a hammer drill that does. No, I'm being facetious. Is that right?
Oh, yes, whatever.
Yes. I'm just being goofy. Leave me alone. I've been drinking.
Yeah. So this is probably the last thing. And then after this, they're gonna abandon and just start digging and see what's up. Because now, they're probably all intrigued. Like, they're just like, what? Why is it not moving? Is there like an air pocket? Is it? They have all these other things. Like, is the material different than what they thought it was? Like, yeah.
Well, it is an alien world.
It is. So. It is a Martian. Everything's very different. But another we can do next with Curiosity. Took a beautiful picture. I love it. It is a really cool picture until you realize that Curiosity just sent us a booty pic.
Hey,
booty, rocking everywhere.
See that, and it's Curiosity staying up with the times of the internet.
Booty
pics are a thing now.
Gotta show off the booty. I mean, it is a pretty.
I wonder if we could get a gift to make that twerk.
Oh God, no. Oh no! I'm sure someone can do it. I'm sure someone can do it. But no, look, that's a great picture. I like how it blacked out itself.
That's a 1 billion pixel panoramic.
Yeah.
Like they showed, where was it? They have got a video of it actually, and they show how much they can zoom in on that picture.
Oh and it's a very detailed picture, which I don't think you can zoom in on. Yeah, you can't zoom on Twitter.
SpaceX.
No. That's you know what it is. It's exactly like the meme I have up on my screen right now. If you want to share that.
Oh no! Oh boy!
Is that not accurate?
It's pretty accurate.
But yeah, go ahead, go back to it. I just want
to
bring that up.
Curiosity rover, look at my booty.
Look at my booty. Hey.
Hey. Yeah. So what? So Axiom. What? What do you got?
Switch to my screen. I'm just gonna show the picture if anybody's missed it. Display that one. This one right here. So if anybody has.
Jeez, Sam.
So here we go. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Like you can literally see. Look at the crispness of that. That is just an amazing picture. And look at that. It's crazy. I want a camera that just does one still.
Oh, look at that booty.
Oh, look
Zoom
at that.
in on the booty.
Look at those thrusters.
Are those actually thrusters?
No. I'm just.
It did look like a thruster though for a second.
That's the RTG.
No. There's like a little piece like to the bottom left. It doesn't look like. Now I see it doesn't look like a thruster, but it did look like one when you panned over it. I'm like, oh my gosh, what? Why?
But look at the grit that this stuff takes.
Did they put JPL on this? Oh, they did.
Yep.
Yeah, right there.
So they do now allow them to put JPL on it. So
they weren't before.
I think it was either Sojourner or one of the Spirit. I think they weren't allowed to put JPL on, and so instead of doing JPL on the wheels, they put on I think the real wheels they put JPL like Morse code. So instead of having JPL on the rover, they literally drove JPL across Mars.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. So
That's funny. Damn, that puts the stitches I've been doing lately to shame. Holy crap! But it is NASA, so I'm sorry, if I pull off something better than NASA ever could, yeah, that's something's wrong there. But that's insane.
yeah.
That is
So I
insane.
just wanted to show that picture because that is an amazing picture.
Mhm.
It's beyond its time right now.
Jeez, 717 meg. Well, actually, my panorama stitch of the New Orleans skyline came out to like 745. So I got them beat, but theirs looks better. Theirs
Yeah,
looks better.
I would say theirs looks better.
That's the crap out of my PC. It really did. It really did. But I got it. I got barely.
So yeah. Well, we did also have. We're going. Are we still on Mars? Are we still talking about Mars?
Yeah, we can still talk about Mars.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say that the next rover that's going up, the Mars 2020, that's going up June, correct? It's slated for June.
Yeah, like
sometime this
early
year. I think
summer.
it's still. I think the official date is just this year.
Finger. Hold on.
They do. Okay,
Mars
hold
next
on, we
week.
gotta. Oh,
They have a count. Have a countdown.
July.
Is it July? Okay.
It-
What day?
I thought,
What
Mom.
what day? What day?
I don't have a day. Don't have a day.
They say, where is it here? They had a countdown clock. Where was it?
Oh, let me just go to Spaceflight now. They should have it on their thing. If they have the countdown, they probably did the math.
Yes, site orbiters feature. Planet the program mission statement.
May, June, July 17th. Oh, please.
Oh, July 17th.
Please,
They
can
got
it
the
not
date.
go a week later? Because that family reunion that weekend on like the 25th. I was hoping it wasn't going to be July 25th.
One day.
Why?
One day.
What's
'cause
17th?
July 18th is my birthday. I need it to
Oh,
push back one day.
dude.
One day.
I'm have to wait another probably 5 years for another launch on March 6th.
So
You can get a
July
Starlink.
17th. Yeah.
I could probably get a Starlink.
Oh, they got a time at 1 o'clock or 9 a.m. in the morning.
9 a.m.
Launch windows 9 to 10:40.
Daytime? Oh.
Yeah. Daytime launch. Atlas 5. Mars.
Go back one day, please, baby. Please. I'm sorry for everyone else's travel plans, but that's my birthday, so
It
I'm
will
being greedy.
probably go back more than just one day.
Don't you say that.
Dude,
Don't
you got
say that.
listen, lower
Okay,
the bar.
okay.
So you raise your
Wait.
lower your
After
expectations.
25, after a quarter century year old, you are obligated to have at least week birthdays, week births, and then after 30, it's it's your birthday month.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
See
yeah.
what?
So-
but if your
So you get the
birthday's
entire month. Yes.
if your birthday's on a Friday or Saturday, you automatically get that weekend though.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get that week. You get that next week.
Yeah.
So it's
You get the whole
if your
weekend.
if your birthday's on a Friday, you get up until next Friday to celebrate.
Well, once you turn 39, you just stop. You're 39 forever.
Yes.
That's what I visited my family this weekend. As my aunt did. She's like, oh, well, I had to lie when I wanted to give my doctor my age because I'm 39 and holy, so.
39 and
my-
holy.
Oh, she's
My
like, I
mom-
think she's 88. Like,
My mom was just 29. I'm just 29. That's it.
yeah. All right, so who wants to go?
So yeah, okay. So we've got a date for that, which is awesome. July 17th. Fingers crossed, it's pushed to Daryl's birthday.
I hope it doesn't.
Birthday.
Oh, you just want to be
I'm
antagonist, don't you?
I just hope it does not land on the 25th. Anywhere from the 23rd to the 26th.
To annoy you again.
All right, moving right along.
Yeah.
I got something else.
Oh, you do?
One last. Well, today, Crew Dragon vehicle version 1 has made its last docking to the
Oh,
ISS.
yeah, it did.
Yes, it has.
Right?
I'm still
So,
surprised they're not going to make any more version 1s. I mean, it makes sense to me, but, I'm so surprised they won't have any, in reserved. Wait, Are they gonna stop you? Like, are they gonna still have them in reserve in case they need a dragon craft? If like no.
Well, the debate is worth being there because they they said after a crew one flies, they're gonna refurb at Fargo only.
Yes.
But
What
I
if-
mean, these
what if-
things have proven
And-
themselves. I'm sure you could still fly them. It's
Mhm.
like,
And
hey,
Arrow.
give us a CRS2 contract, and we've already got these craft that have already been there. They've proven themselves. We can keep flying them. Give us some more money for it, just because.
Yeah.
Because
It's a good,
money.
That's a good incentive, but
Yeah.
I think that would deplete the progress of moving forward that SpaceX wants to do.
It
Yeah.
definitely would, and
I wanna
actually,
be
Elon was talking about that stuff earlier today at that satellite conference in DC. Which, for anyone who watched that, boy, he seemed really spaced out, like pun intended on that too. Let's just call it for what it is.
Well,
He
I
seemed
mean-
high again.
I
He really
mean,
did.
he's lost.
said
He
he had just
lost
come-
another starship. He's.
Yeah,
I mean, he did have
he
50
said he just came from
landings.
Boca Chica.
He is probably dead. Like from between
Yeah.
between
he looked like it.
Tesla, between SpaceX, between losing boosters, between losing
Mhm.
starships, he's probably burned
Mhm.
like so tired.
No, he said he just came from Boca Chica up there to do this was a keynote, by the way.
Mhm.
A keynote, not a speech. Like Microsoft does the CES keynote or E3 keynote, whatever. Somebody comes out on stage and talks and whatnot. This is more like a Q&A type of thing. He just, I know he kind of, let's just say he's not the best at public speaking. He's not the
He's-
worst, but he's not the best at public speaking. And boy, this one was just like down there. But he did say that, Falcon 9 has pretty much reached its development end,
Mhm.
and the dragons are, about there. Along with Falcons, they've pretty much reached their development end. Production end, not so much. Obviously, with dragons, they're probably still going to need a few more Falcons here and there for oopsies and things like that. But yeah, they've pretty much reached their end. So it's like all in on Starlinks and Starships. So
Yeah.
that's that. For anyone who didn't see that earlier today, that's
And
one
they
of the things
build-
from that.
And last week we talked about how they lost SN1 and they were already building SN2 right. Like SN1 was built in like what 2 days? Like I mean, it wasn't technically built in 2 days. It was built over weeks of welding all these rings, but they stacked up those rings within like 2 days. It went from nothing, like a bunch of rings, to a full stack SN2 within like 2-3 days.
They're
And-
getting quicker at that.
Yeah, they're getting much quicker. And then right after that, they stripped down SN2, and then they went into the testing for the new. What's it called again? The
It's
thrust
this
puck.
one. It's this one.
The thrust
I can't-
puck, yeah.
The thrust puck. Yeah, their SN2 like test vehicle or test tank again for the thrust puck.
And it didn't pop.
It didn't pop.
Yep.
It
Yep.
didn't pop. So that's progress, and that's exactly what Elon wants. So
And
I'm
so-
sure that was a big relief.
And they
on
did
him.
this within a week, less than a week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they built it. Well, they didn't really build it in less than a week because they had the parts already built. But like they pivoted that quickly, which is what happens when you come from a software industry where you pivot within days. Like
Yep.
So
you
this,
have to be
this
that flexible.
puck, is this the is this a part of the internal tank?
I think it's the part where the engines adapt onto the plumbing. I think.
It's where the engines actually transfer their force to the rest of the vehicle to move it up.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it has
okay.
to. But it has to hold all that pressure because it's still part of the pressure
Yeah.
vessel. Yeah.
Well, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hashtag
Okay.
rocket science.
Hashtag. It's
Hashtag rocket
hashtag. It's not
science.
rocket science, John. Come on.
It's not rocket surgery.
Okay. So then we're on to
Yes,
SN2 to be tested for pressure.
I think.
Yeah.
I think now
Well,
that
you
now
know,
they got to go back to SN2 full scale SN2 rather than a down
Full scale.
SN2
So-
test product.
So one thing I've wondered, they used this pressure vessel right there for testing. I guess they went back and redid welds again and everything like that. Are they going to build this actual thing that's on the screen into that vehicle, I mean, I figure why not?
I don't.
They
They
passed
might.
the test.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know what they're gonna do with this because this came from SN2, but
Yeah.
I think they're getting so good at building these they're just like gonna probably scrap this and then just replace it with new pieces of metal.
Well, it's like this exact thing already passed the test that you needed it to.
Yeah.
So use it. Build onto it.
They might
keep going.
They might use like the bottom portion, but they might not use the like they might have to add on to it. So
yeah. Just add on to it. Keep going.
Can you imagine all the instruction manuals on building all these different types that they've attempted to do so far? Like, think about all the recording and all the documentation they've had to do.
Oh yeah, because I bet
since the pop, like, oh my god, like just the process of putting stuff like, hey, this weld needs to be like this. This needs to be this. This sheet metal needs to be cut this way.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and I'm assuming they're.
Amazing.
So I work for aerospace software. I work for software companies, aerospace in the aerospace industry, and they there's a certification called AS9100, and I'm pretty certain, like 99.9% certain that SpaceX is AS9100 certified. It's a quality assurance kind of like project management type of certification. Everything has to be tracked. Everything. Like, and not just, and there's things like where there's like changes to why someone was changed needs to be paperwork, not just written out somewhere. Like, needs to be written out, printed, signed, scanned, documented, all that stuff. Like, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
And then,
like,
of course, quality control, QC. I mean, must like a whole bunch of.
You have to track every issue that's found, and you need to track how fixing it. And then, so this is one thing we can talk about the Boeing press conference because we kind of there's not much that we already knew, but this is something that some people are kind of like they don't understand. Like, corrective actions, as an AS9100 type term. Corrective actions are not. They can be very major or they can be very, very minor. And there's like there's 61 of them, I think that the guy said there's 61 corrective actions.
Something like that, yeah.
That number is
60-something software actions.
Well, no, it was corrective actions. So that could be anything. That could literally be
drinking.
Yeah, that could be
could be hardware, could be software.
Well, no, it could be the who you report to. Like, if there's an issue, who do you say? Who do you tell someone?
Yes.
It could be like management styles. It could be what software you use to track this stuff. Like, it could be very, very minor. It could be very, very big.
It could even be retraining.
Yeah.
A corrective action.
Well, I think a corrective action usually leads to retraining. We're not doing this properly.
Find of their investigations.
Yeah. Like a corrective action would be like, we're not doing this properly. Like, we're not tracking. We're not like we need to have a little bit more detail in our descriptions. Like, we need to have a description of what's wrong. Basically, it could be a really simple one, and then they would do retraining with everyone who does that. Like, usually, like, this is what you have to do, whatnot. Yeah.
And we said we weren't going to mention the Boeing fiasco in the pre-show where we get together and talk about what's going on, but here we are talking about them. So
it's so hard not to.
I know it, and I'm just going to point out what I said in the pre-show. Every podcast, show, whatever, information service that everybody likes going to, at this point needs to just rename their shows. What did Boeing screw up this week?
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's basically it, because every week there is something new. Now this week it was admittedly more of just a rehash of what we already knew. They just finally put it together, put a bow on it, on a present that nobody wanted, and they wrapped it up and said, all right, this is what we found, this is what we're going to fix, and clarification of if we got to fly again, which I was wrong. If anybody was paying attention to me on Twitter about my guess about what rocket ship had on. Rocket ship most recently made a... What did you call it?
No, I call it Decatur. I call it Decatur. It was Decatur.
Sure, it was Decatur, Alabama.
Yep.
Decatur?
I called it Decanter.
Yeah.
I've been calling it decant. You know what? I was thinking about it for the past week. Like, that explains why I got so many weird looks at Yuri's night and like other events like for the past year. It's when I said decanter and I got weird looks and no one corrected me though. So not my fault.
No, it went from Decatur, Alabama. It dropped anchor in Baton Rouge. That's where a Twitter friend of mine, Archduke Tyler, picked up pictures of it in Baton Rouge, right by LSU's Tiger Stadium. Go Tigers!
Go
And
Tigers.
then it came downriver. Oh man, Coach O's the best. And then it came downriver, passed through New Orleans. I tried to get pictures of it at 5:30 in the morning. Dude, if you ever try to get pictures of that thing at night, it's tough. Like I
they don't
sort
light
of
up.
botched that.
Mm-hmm.
And plus going down the Mississippi River, I mean the river itself flows so fast that you have to go even faster than the flow of the river to maintain control. So it was booking.
Yeah.
But it passed through here, it went to Florida, and that's when I threw out a speculation. That's just me just throwing out a random guess. You know, don't read into it too much. That I said, well, it's based on the Smarter Everyday video and all the things that were in the hangar and things like that, which they came back and said they filmed that back in November. They said, they were getting things out of there. I said, well, it's probably got an Atlas on board because they're going to make OFT fly again. Tori Bruno was being coy with me on Twitter before we found out what was on board. So that's why I said he can't. My thought was he can't say yet what it is. But we would find out when it got to Florida. You're right. He usually never does. But that was just my guess since he was playing coy on Twitter. But sure enough, I was wrong. And then all of us were even wronger because apparently you can see this is a Delta 4 Heavy booster. It's on the screen.
What did you say? What did you say? Wronger?
What did I say? Wronger, yes. It's a word.
Isn't it more wrong?
More wrongiest. It's more wrongiest.
I honestly did not see this when I saw the pictures one day or the day when it showed up. I'm like, oh, a Falcon, a Delta 5, like a
4. Come on, Seth.
A Delta. I have a trinket.
Yeah. And this comes from Ryan Bale. Ryan and I were actually chatting, direct messaging throughout the night. Where should he go to catch this? And he got spectacular pictures of this, which is on the screen right now, of one of the cores being offloaded. He got it pulling in the port. He even got some really good launch video from the pad. If you folks haven't checked it out, check him out. Really cool guy. Does some great work. But come to find out, they were just taking pieces off so they can load something on, presumably an upper stage. And this is going to be going all the way over to California for a launch in 2023. So they had to clear out space in Alabama for Vulcan.
Can't wait.
So that's
Vulcan. I get the chills, man. I get the chills of Vulcan. What I'm surprised about is that doesn't rocket ship doesn't it usually dock at the turn basin?
It docks. Let me see if I can pull it up on maps again.
Because usually I've seen it.
Sorry for the mechanical keyboard.
Usually it's turn basin.
This is the only place I've seen rocket ship dock.
You've never? Am I the only one who thinks it docks at the turn basin?
Seth, if you want to share my screen, I'm working on bringing it up right now. It goes. Let's see.
It's on. I mean, it's probably. I mean, it's close to the Trident Wharf, probably. Yeah, right there.
It is not in the Trident Wharf.
No, it's probably. I said it's close to Trident Wharf, so it's probably that
close
second.
to Trident Wharf.
Yeah, second basin.
It's down this way, from what I understand. I don't know the exact.
Right there where your mouse is.
It's this.
Nope, over to the right.
To the right, over here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What? No.
No.
Further.
Over here. Yes.
Right around here.
Interesting.
That's where it pulls.
Oh
into.
Yeah, that's where it is. Because you can see he's from he's at Sands right now. That's how you saw it. You can definitely see right.
Okay.
So if you scroll out just a little bit.
Or
if you zoom out of the.
Yeah, you can see.
I'm watching the stream, so I see it a little bit of a delay. And see Sands up at the top, right?
Yep, right
the
up
top
here.
center. So he was in the parking lot. And
Okay.
if you take your camera and you face it southwest, that's
Just
where.
right around here. Huh. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
But
makes sense.
apparently they just picked something up there, which required them moving one of the booster cores off of it and put it back on. And I checked it before the show. Rocket ship is still sitting in Florida, so it has not left yet. But apparently it's going to be going to California.
Rocket ship has been eluding me, like I can't catch it. I can never catch it.
Right. I mean, it's one of those things you just have to happen to be in town for it, or like me, live right by the path that it takes.
Yep.
You know, I live right by the Mississippi River. I just go sit on the river.
Oh,
And
you're right on the river right there.
I'm right on the river. And the person I mentioned before, Tyler, he lives up in Baton Rouge, so he was able to go right up on the levee in Baton Rouge and catch it whenever it anchored up and took on fuel. Yeah.
One day I'll see that beauty.
And speaking of ships and things like that, Pegasus, NASA's barge, you would think it would just be sitting there in Mississippi waiting for the first SLS to get done testing, but no, it is back here at Michoud. So
probably got something big to move.
That's what I was thinking. Is like, are they about to pop out another one and load it up and bring it to somewhere? Maybe up to Marshall in Alabama, or sit it in Mississippi to wait to test after the first one's done? Or did they just park it right back here?
What's in Michoud right now?
Well, Michoud is where it's built.
Where the first stage built, correct?
Yeah, where the core of SLS is built. Then they truck it right over to here. Let me share this again.
They did state about 2 months ago that they are already processing the testing on SLS2.
Okay.
Which is interesting that they're doing that before they did the green run test.
Because they shipped out.
Oh no, they already did. Never mind. So the green run test is for the engines, not for the core stage, though.
Well, correct? Yeah, it's like a test for the whole core. Basically.
Yeah, I was for some reason in my head, I'm like, wait, isn't the green run? Are they going to do a pressure test? But they already did that. So yeah. So the main issues with having to rebuild a core stage is already done. I think the green run's going to really show out minor issues that they could fix and are already fully filled.
So all right, so I've got it pulled back up real fast, and let me take you through the thought process if you want to back up on the screen again.
Yeah, I guess. You have us. Okay, there we
go. Okay, so this is the Michoud Assembly Facility in the eastern part of New Orleans. It's all of this big old structure right here.
Right.
It's not just where this is at. It is all of that I'm circling with the mouse. They truck it down the road and they bring it to Pegasus right there on Google Maps.
You can see it.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sitting there.
Yeah, it's well, it's been sitting there for so many years. So they take it all this way. I'm going to zoom out a little bit to make this go faster. They take it all this way. They come up the Pearl River right here. If you ever cross over I-10 to cross from Louisiana to Mississippi, you actually cross over the path that they take to bring it to the Stennis Space Center. They sneak it all the way up through this channel over here, and then it lands right here at the test stand. And anybody who's ever seen pictures of it or passed by, you can tell this is the test stand where it's at.
Gosh, it's so right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if they got it out of the way for testing purposes, or
I wouldn't be surprised they got
about
out
to
of the way
move
for testing. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the thing as well.
I wouldn't be surprised either, because really I've made the drive so many times. Like whenever I make the trip to Florida, I pass by Michoud and then I pass by Stennis. It's literally like a 30-minute drive. I kid you not. It's that fast of a drive. So they're really not far away from each other. Oh, that's too far away. But yeah, it could be one of those two. It could be just as simple as that. They just decided to bring Pegasus back, and when it's ready to go, we'll call you.
Yeah.
Or they really could be picking up something else. So that's one of the things I pass kind of close by to it regularly. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out, seeing if anything's going. The problem is, everybody goes to the port and watches out for, uh, boosters, rocket ship coming to port, things like that. There is nowhere that I know of that I can go to see Pegasus, you know, come go from its port.
That road across the
Um,
street, not even there. Like that.
all of
There's a
this,
little dirt road.
all of it, no, that's not a dirt road. That's the levee. And any kind of pass you see is for like any kind of support vehicles, but that access is closed off 24/7.
Gotcha.
All of this stuff over here to the side is 24/7. I actually have to get up on what's called the Green Bridge and happen to look over while I'm driving and see if it's there or not.
You can't walk across the Green Bridge.
No.
Is it?
No.
It's interstate. I'm assuming. Like highways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
it's the I-510.
Okay.
So yeah, it's an interstate.
So we have I guess we have one more thing we can talk about another rocket that's in development.
Oh. What you got?
Blue Origin. They've brought back they've opened their doors. They've showed what they've been doing. They're no longer so secretive. Okay. They showed us a really big fairing.
Oh, right.
Haven't we seen that already anyway?
No.
This
is new.
7 meter?
Yeah. Well, this is their first. So they said this is a full scale fairing. Note they did not say test, like flight ready one or a flight version. This is just a full scale fairing. I don't think this is flight hardware at all. I think this is
Probably
just
for testing.
It's just for testing. But
testing, fitting, integration.
Didn't Chris on Presser for Flight say that if they're doing anything in there, he says if they're gonna maintain for their schedule, they better be like building stuff in there?
I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what he said. I think he said that on their last, or when he was on Presser for Flight.
And that was here at the Cape, right?
Yeah, this is all the Cape.
No.
Yeah. Is this inside their
Didn't
inside their what is it called, Commerce Way facility?
The one right across from the visitor center.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't they already have a paying customer too? It's like, is this customer not in a rush or something?
I don't know if they have a paying customer.
Good question.
I thought I heard that somewhere that they already have like 1 or 2 paying customers.
I'm
It's
just
like,
so skeptical.
no rush, I guess.
I'll be honest, I am honestly skeptical of the business model that Blue Origin is going with, minus New Shepard. I think New Shepard would be fine for the higher middle classes. Apparently, it's going to be $250,000 for a seat on that, which I'm a little disappointed in.
Well, isn't New Glenn like basically a passenger?
I don't think
gimmick?
New Shepard is the tourism.
New Shepard is the tourism.
New Shepard is the just the hop up to the Carmen line and back down. Which if I was thinking $50,000 for a seat, like middle class reasonable. But this is still high class, top maybe 1%. Are the only people who are gonna be able to afford this. There's no remortgaging a house how many times and selling kidneys how many times to afford a flight on New Shepard. If it's $250, maybe they drop it down after the first couple because they just needed to make their money back. But the reason why I'm skeptical about New Glenn is that it's a heavy lift rocket, so it's competing with Delta IV Heavy and the Falcon Heavy. And how often do we see those launch?
I think isn't it a
not much.
Admittedly, I don't pay attention to Blue Origins for reasons which I will get into one day on this show. But isn't it? This is the one that is on the level of Falcon Heavy and Delta IV Heavy, or is this the one that's on the level of Starship?
No, this is the one that's on the level of Falcon Heavy.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm just interested. Like, it's only partially reusable, so it's first stage. You take a Falcon 9 and you boost it up to be a heavy lift rocket. They recover the first stage. The second stage, I believe, is tossed away. The fairings are tossed away, unless they might do a fairing recovery like SpaceX does. And
you're not cool unless you catch your fairings.
But it's competing against the Delta Heavy and the Falcon Heavy, which launch maybe once or twice a year.
Maybe next Falcon Heavy is probably going to be early next year. They say
late this
end
year.
of this year, but
The next Falcon Heavy launch, it's not going to be this year. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be this year either. I
It's,
think right now
it's
it's
2021 launch, and I think we're going to see 2 of them in 2021.
Okay.
Two
so
or
excited.
3.
That's why I'm skeptical about the business model of this rocket. I'm sure there's going to be customers paying for it. I'm sure there's going to be our use case for it, but I don't think it's going to be a moneymaker I think it's going to be just too expensive because they got to make money on this thing. If it doesn't launch every year, they're going to be charging a lot. They're going to be charging a decent amount of money for it. Unless, is it new Armstrongs that are proposed? But I don't even know. We don't even have any graphics of what that is. I don't think that's even official. New Armstrong.
The new Armstrong? No, that's not official yet.
Yeah, it's not official, but
that's been proposed actually, and it's partially or fully reusable. What am I seeing here? LEO payload amount. They don't even have a pound. The amount of low Earth orbit payload yet on it. So,
and that's not surprising. They're not putting out much information about themselves anyway. So.
Well, we barely even knew they were building fairies. We all suspected about it, but we didn't actually.
We all get in an uproar. It's like, oh my god, a video of something, anything.
Oh my gosh, they still exist. They haven't laid off all they're not just building buildings.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, oh my gosh,
we're not just putting up structures. We're actually doing things too.
Yeah.
That's
the one compliment I will give them. They build some really big, impressive structures.
They're pretty good building builders. So.
Yeah.
So, I think that's all the news I got for.
Into Amazon warehouses.
All right, John. I think I totally forgot to tell you about meme of the week.
Meme of the week.
I apologize.
The week is.
My bad. Well,
every week on the show, given the relaxed and joking nature of the show, we usually like to end on a meme of the week, whatever, goofy spaceflight related thing we've come across through our adventures on the good old internet in the week. It's not anything, getting really down on anybody or anything like that. It's just joking and having fun about stuff in spaceflight because, we're not all, professional and everything on this show. We're here to drink, talk space, and
professionalism.
Fun, so.
What is that?
I have no idea. Seth, you want to go first?
This is an old one.
Yeah.
This is an old one. It's an old tweet, but I just save them, and eventually, if I don't find a good meme that week, I just use it. I have a backlog. And
what you got?
Let me share it with you. I don't even know if it's a meme, but it's definitely funny. Hold up, let me just.
Let's see it. Yeah, it's coming.
My screen. Do you see it?
Yes.
I love it. It's from Nathan. I love all the NSF guys. They all do their little shuttle Sunday. And I don't know if this is for a shuttle Sunday, but I didn't even know they did this for the shuttle. When the shuttle landed, I guess they put their the RS-25s into like a locked position. They put it at a position for landing, a position for transport. And it's important to stretch before and after working out, and you gotta stretch out the RS-25s. You gotta twerk your booty a little bit. Twerk the booty.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Did I?
That wiggle, shake it, shake. It's like the animated thing where.
There we go.
They should do. Somebody should make one showing that wiggling. And then the little wiggle from a commercial that Shaq did, and just back and forth with, the engines wiggling, Shaq wiggling.
That's pretty much what it is. They're just a little shimmy. It's a little bit of a shimmy.
Yeah, shimmy with it, shake it, shake it. Mm-hmm. All right, for mine, let's see. Let me stop sharing and share again. What is going on with this? I have so. For those of you who watch the webcast, the CRS-20 at home, I didn't even catch this like 12, 15 hours after the launch. Apparently, shots were fired from SpaceX across Boeing's bow And I'll read this tweet where I originally saw it. Somebody said, "My favorite part of today's launch was at T-minus 10 minutes and 33 seconds when Kate Tice said Dragon also began its startup sequence at T-minus 35 minutes when it coordinated timing with Falcon 9." So yeah. So, and I went back and watched it. She really did say that. So yes, shots were fired across Boeing's bow. It was great. Absolutely great. I love it.
Just want to make sure, in case there's a timing issue and it pulls from the wrong elapsed timer and, we don't get to orbit and we can't berth with the space. Just in case.
Yeah. I love shit talking like
that. Not because any other major aerospace company would ever have an issue like that. But,
no. God, who would have that kind of problem?
Who would be able to, not pull from the right timer, Like, oh, my.
Yeah.
Well, oh gosh, okay. Let's not talk about that. Go on forever.
Yes, this is not the Boeing show. This episode, just this episode.
The Boeing show.
No, that was episode 5, I think.
And 6.
We just rent. Oh yeah, we just rent. I think it was 4 and 5. I think it was 4 and 5.
All right. Well, since you guys are doing memes of the week, hold on. Let me see. Because I love memes myself, as everybody.
Yes.
All right. So my friends on Facebook, I've got a lot of very vulgar friends, and I've got a lot of very fun friends and slightly vulgar friends. So if I will share my screen, this is completely out of the bar of space flight at all, as more towards geared here on Earth. Here you go. Share screen. There we go. So, me waiting on the coronavirus to make zombies so I can use my skills. Baby Yoda with a Glock.
Oh, man.
I swear, if Baby Yoda's involved, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be good.
There was another Baby Yoda meme I saw about the coronavirus, but I'm like, nah, I won't make fun of a coronavirus this episode. And then there you go. I'm like, I could have used that one too.
Oh yeah, John went there. John absolutely went there.
I will take it. One thing is my dear good friend Sir Bacon Bulldog. That's his nickname. I can't tell us. He doesn't like his real name being announced. So anyway, Sir Bacon Bulldog. He's on Twitter actually. You can go follow him. He's a microbiologist going for his master's or PhD actually right now, and he actually has a full-on thread about the coronavirus or COVID-19.
Yeah, Corona. Corona light.
Corona. Yeah.
Corona extra.
I think the first meme I saw was me getting ready for the coronavirus and this guy chopping up lime. So,
so true.
But this, which was classic. I thought it was hilarious, and this was before it was even here in the States. This was this was when it was just announced in China.
Ooh.
And it was a guy here in the States, one of my buddies, and he put up a meme, whatever, preparing for the coronavirus. And now it's actually here, which is crazy because my fucking hands, people. I'm sorry. Wash the fucking hands.
Yeah. I saw one where it was like, I'm less concerned about the coronavirus and more concerned that people are just now realizing they need to wash their hands more.
I saw one. I think I shared it on Facebook either yesterday or earlier today. It's wash your damn hands. You never know who's the Cowboys. Like, oh god. Oh yes. It would have worked. Me being a Saints fan, it also would have worked saying you never know who's an Atlanta Falcons fan.
That's true. Or who's the Bears. Or who's
Hashtag
a Bears
never
or
forget
who's a Vikings fan. You know, Bears and Vikings fans are just the worst. The Bears, they want to hold on to that. They won one Super Bowl at Soldier Field, and the Vikings want to be like, we used to have Brett Favre, but then he ruined it for us. But we got Brett Favre.
Is it football season yet? Oh man,
it's XFL season.
I have not been watching.
I honestly do enjoy the XFL, but that is far from the scope of this episode.
Yes.
Yeah. Fair.
So-
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We've been going for about almost an hour and 45 minutes here. I have all the news that we went through. Got through all the news. We've enjoyed John while we've had him.
Hey,
Yes.
pleasure being here.
John, anything you want to plug? Anything you want to talk about? You know, where you are on, you know, like on the socials.
No, right now, again, Jon Van Horne here with Seth and Daryl from RUDS, Random Unexpected Discussion,
Rapid unscheduled discussions.
Unscheduled Discussion, Unexpected. It's unexpected as well.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's why this is a lot of fun.
We change that to RUU, Unexpected Unscheduled Discussion. Anyway, I developed Go Space Launch back in November is when it officially went live. Space Coast the launch ambassador, of course. Try and take care of the website the best I can, and doing chief of operations. We got a lot. We still have a lot to move forward on with
100%.
SCLA. So there's so many ideas that we've barely scratched the surface. Like you're just seeing the tip of the iceberg right now. So yeah, and also got accepted at Eastern State Florida College for Aerospace Technology.
Hey, congratulations!
Yes, thank you very much. Which I'll be doing a minor in mass communications because I like communicating shit as well.
Yes.
I should do that.
So
That's a good
I'll be
idea.
going into the sciences of that. All thanks to actually my big older brother Dwayne. He was able to help me out in getting a confirmation that I'm a Florida resident, so I don't have to pay those high price that I'm a Florida resident, so that I don't have to pay the high price fees for tuition and stuff like that. So cheers to my big brother as well.
Nice.
Sure. So I'll be starting that. I'll be doing my prereqs in summer, and then hopefully fully entered into this fall. So fingers crossed.
Sweet.
Awesome, man. That's sweet.
That's awesome.
And that's all I have to add from my standpoint.
Nice. Well, hey, I think that's going to wrap it up for us this week. Seth, bring us on out of here.
Thank you everyone for showing up to the live stream. Thank you everyone for listening. Like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I did it. And make sure you leave a like.
And find us on a podcast service, right?
Yep, we are now. Yeah, we're available on all major podcast services. Leave us ratings; it helps us a lot. Leave ratings with like discussions, stuff you want to change, stuff you want to add in. Give us your suggestions. Tweet us at Ruds Podcast. I'm at Seth Kirk. Daryl's at Sausse Images. We got the real John VH on the bottom. We have all of our Twitter tags up on the screen. So thank you everyone for showing out, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
All right, stream. Thanks so much for having us.
She left. So
Oh.
that's why